Hello and welcome back to another Pauper video. My previous video was a green-white monster-tron deck, which didn't really perform very well. We went 4-1. I think that's way better than the deck should do if you play 10 leagues. I think you'd do well to replicate it. But the idea behind that deck was playing Cash Grab, Malevolent Rumble as impulse effects in green. I especially like it with recommission, so you're using kind of a graveyard synergy. And now we're porting that over to a combo shell, so using like the Ultratron combo, so Mirror Retriever, Ashnod's Altar, and then Golem Foundry. I'm also trying some Molten Gatekeeper, with the idea that we've got 8 of these impulse effects, put the rest of the card in the graveyard. If we can mill over a Molten Gatekeeper to get ourselves a kill that turn, that'd be fantastic. We're also playing for 8 of the chromatic effects baubles, just to maximise our chance of having a turn 2 Cash Grab or Malevolent Rumble, and then playing some main deck Fangrum Marauders. Whether these want to be, I guess I'm looking at these as another payoff for having the combo, so I guess if these are our payoffs, could buy us a lot of time. Whether these actually would rather be either more expedition maps, maybe some crop rotations, something to else kind of help the main focus of the deck. And last but not least, so I'm playing Energy Refractor with our mana fixing, and then again, if we're milling over ourselves a lot, maybe there's a chance we can flash back an Eviscerated Insight from the graveyard. So it all looks sensible to me. The numbers could be well off. Some of these cards might not work out at all, but hopefully you can see the idea is there. We're playing a bunch of impulse effects to both hit Tron, assemble our combo. We can recommission most of the combo. Essentially any of these in the payoffs. We wouldn't recommission them or to Gatekeeper, we don't need to. That's the main deck. The sideboard plan's pretty loose. I've just kind of put a bunch of cards that could be good in, so Standard Bearer against Elves or Brood-Scale. Don't know whether this is good. We can recommission it back. Stream of Thought, if we're up against, I don't know, a blue deck, I might board this in where I've got no confidence in actually assembling our Tron combo. Some Ancient Grudges, if we either expect Artifact Hate, Graveyard Hate in the form of artifacts or Affinity. I like the idea of Moment's Peace. Again, we're milling over a bunch of cards. If we mill over a Moment's Peace, that's just value. Some Scattershot Archers against blue, Sandstorm against red, and then Evolution Witness. So either decks where we feel we need some more grind against, or just decks where recommissioning an Evolution Witness for a 3-2 blocker, buy some time, could be good. So pretty rough on all of the numbers here, but we'll give it a go in the league and see whether we think there's enough to this deck to make it worth refining these numbers a bit. So with that, jump into a league and see how we go. So then we are on the draw in round 1. We are most of the way to Tron, so I'm going to keep this. If we don't get there, it could be very expensive to actually cast these Rumble type effects, but again, we have lands, we have spells. That moves to 6. Opponent moves to 5. Opponent's doing something unfair. Okay, turn 1 Pentaprism. Gonna lead on Urza's Tower. We can let them know that whatever it is I'm up to, we're probably not interacting with it very much. Okay, so PoisonStorm. How do I feel about PoisonStorm? I guess we've got these 2 Ancient Grudges, could be good. Other than that, I guess it's just a race. So we can power plant into Energy Refractor, just draw 1 extra card. We'll have to see how good a Tron player we are, whether we can actually assemble our combo, assemble the Tron lands quite quickly, or whether they're always in the bottom half of the deck. So we can make a green mana, play a tower, and rumble. Again, we're playing 8 of the chromatic effects to try and make the energy, make our access to mana a bit cheaper. But see what we get here. See, Urza's Mind's good. None of these are great. I don't really want to take a second conduit pylon. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot for us. Power plant's kind of redundant. The Fangren Marauder does nothing. Another Energy Refractor, I guess. See, I don't really want to be spending my mana on this, but I guess maybe it opens up our Eviscerated Insight, for example. And we pass back. So, to the extent this game goes our way, I think it will be mostly prescribed to them mulliganing so heavily. They are just about scraping by, but their deck's functioning quite well. They're not on any of the depletion lands yet. Is interesting. But obviously, if they had a full set of hands to start with, it might be a bit better off. Deep analysis. They don't find a 4th land. We find a backup Ashen's Altar. So I'm going to lead on a cash grab. Is that right? So the other fun thing we can do here is we can Ashen's Altar, turn this into 2 mana. But I think we just want to try and assemble Tron. Playing Ashen's Altar first gives us a shot of finding, gives us a guaranteed +4 mana this turn, whereas this gives a shot at plus more. So we brick again. We can take a star. And then play Conduit Pylons, play a Mere Retriever. So Surveil here, we don't want that basic. So we've seen 21 cards looking for this mine. It seems a bit of a wet noodle race, to be honest. I'm not sure anyone's coming out too well from the game so far. So, do we try and cash grab first? It's very expensive. It taps a lot of our Tron lands to do so. Or do we play Altar? I think we're stuck just playing Star. If we make a green here, we brick, we can play colourless spells anyway. So it's still no good, but we do have the combo, but we don't have the Tron. Oh, a combo, not the combo. So we'll take a backup Mir Retriever just in case, and I guess we can play it. And you know what? We'll even attack for one. Get him! That's one less click of the cycle. Yeah, so we've got Ashnod's Altar, we've got 2 Mir Retrievers, and we can make a red mana for this. So as long as we don't die this turn, which is always scary how much proliferate this deck can do, but I think we should be safe. They start snapping us, so that's what, net plus 1 mana. So yeah, a very unconvincing turn 6. I'm assuming they don't have any counter spells. So make a red, unearth this. Guess if they have another snap, it's pretty awkward. They can snap this and we don't actually have a kill anymore. But we'll attack so that we have less clicks to do. Sack this, make 2 mana, get back, I guess, a Chromatic Star. And yeah, they're happy with that. So we want Ancient Grudges. Let's just have a quick look at what they might sideboard. So it looks like sideboard is likely counter spells if anything. So maybe I'll bring in the Evolution Witnesses just as a way to return stuff from the graveyard. The alternative is that we don't need them because we've already got the recommissions. Don't want the Fangrum Marauder, that seems pretty easy. I don't think I'm too interested in the Blood Fountain, we're not really grinding out anything in this. And maybe 1 Evolution Witness is fine. The second seems, it's just going to get snapped. That's pretty sad to invest 5 mana in it, get it snapped and just be blown out. So hopefully we have a slightly easier time assembling Tron in this match, or in this game. But the other thing, as we play more games, we might get a feel for, well, easy mulligan. Might get a feel for when we want to try and race to assemble Tron, and when we want to just cast things hard ways. I'm just going to blindly put back one of the backup mines. Obviously, hand doesn't, it's got 2 Tron pieces, only has to find the third for that to be powered up. It does look very weak to a counterspell just off the back of none of the cards won't really do anything. We don't want to find that mine. That's not the one that we're doing great at poker. We're not doing very well at playing Tron. So an Ancient Grudge would be nice. So they've not given us our first counter yet, which is polite of them. These turns are more just about getting the mana under them. So they don't have anything, which implies it might be holding up a counter spell. So I don't really want to play the Golem Foundry if that's what might be going on. Add a green, we have 8 green spells, including that one. We'll try and play Malevolent Rumble. Obviously a Tron land would be nice. So we find an Ashnod's Altar. And then we can play backup power plant, Chromatic Sphere. So we are a mere retrieval away from having a combo again. They give us a poison counter, and they have a land's turn. So they're holding up. They do have access to 2 blue mana, that's quite nice. So make a red, draw a card, see where that leads. It does give us a choice as to whether we want to do that off of the spawn in case we draw a Tron piece, but I don't think that would matter. So red, 1, kill this, land Ashnod's Altar. Well, did I say in case we drew a Tron piece? We're on a full house now. Sure. And then Ashnod's Altar over Golem Foundry. I think that makes sense. You know, we don't need the Foundry. We've got the Gatekeeper if we need it. As a kind of second win con, having this in play should be slightly better for us. It was an 8 cards. This looks like there might be, you know, maybe there's an artifact in hand otherwise. What's the instant speed on this? I know I thought that was instant. Maybe I got something at instant speed. We just start with cycling this, or start with Golem Foundry. Don't think they'll counter this. I think they want to. Yeah, I guess obviously knowing our hand, I'm most worried about them countering the Mirror Retriever. As discussed, we've got the Gatekeeper as a backup, but try and give them a target that we don't mind about first. Get a counter here. Play a mine, and then we're holding up this Ancient Grudge. What they do is Island Cycle. You know, we spent 4 mana that turn. Well, you know, we're a Tron deck, we're supposed to spend a lot of mana. But we spent 4 mana, they spent 1. That should favour us in the long run. Do you know what costs 6 mana? Sure. They just need the double blue, I don't know. So back up to 8 cards. sealed until the end step at least, so that we can make green if we need to for the grudge. I'm not too worried about using this mana this turn. Otherwise, so round 4, they've got access to 1 million mana, and we're going to potentially be up to 4 poison counters. That's probably around the point I start getting a bit concerned. They play out the chalice, no benefit. I don't think they have anything that benefits them having this in play. So we can play a Mere Retriever, which, as discussed, I think will get countered. But it doesn't. So let's make green mana here. So if we play Evolution Witness, we don't get a counter and 2 mana. So we could sack this and get back a random bauble, but the idea of starting with one of these in play would be that even if they counter the second one, it shouldn't really matter. Shame to not make our land drop there, but does this get countered, or is this another proliferate? That gets countered. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately we are on a full house, but not up to Tron yet, and we've 20 cards in this time. So I guess opponent's multi-5, and this is another slightly slow game, so I won't feel too bad about it. Hopefully you don't just die. Just dying's, one of the worst outcomes that can happen to you in a given turn of Magic. Here come all the prisms. I could make a green mana now, sack this, make a green mana, and go after this. It really depends on whether I think I'm going to die this turn versus if I don't think I'm going to die this turn, I don't think it's worth going after it. If I did think I was going to die, well, if I did go after it and they had they can't have a second counterspell, they can just stop this in its tracks. So we assemble the Tron. So we can start with the gatekeeper. Attack them for 1. Make a green and grudge one of the prisms. So we just let that go. This is damage. Do I just want to Mere Retriever into a star or something to get another cut deep now? think I will. So just a star. Again, we can make a green mana. Green gives us access to our cash grabs and the like. It doesn't matter because we have the refractor. I guess we can cycle, so 2 to crack it, get a cycle land, a slippery cast to be exact. So we can make a golem and sack it to cash grab this turn, or hold on to cash grab. And basically have 8 power in play, which might mean we're a bit more likely to have 8 power in play and we'll do 2 damage from the gatekeeper. I guess if we do this, you know, we the first one cash grab, the second could sacrifice the second one to target a mere retriever and force them to have a counter spell. This one, the appeal, but I think it's another tough one. It's if we put them to 5, 8. If we put them to 7. We have just cash grab. How likely are we to kill them in next turn versus how likely they're to kill us in 2 turns? I think they're too likely to kill us in 2 turns. This just leaves us so hard to rank to 1 counter spell. Is there anything that we've played so far that they would probably counter? Not really. We're going to push. The other thing, we could also sacrifice this, I guess. Because we can always flash it back to serve the purpose we need. A bit of lag on this turn. So yeah, but the reason we're going for it is just, even though I think we're quite likely to survive their next turn. The chance of us surviving another turn afterwards, where we'd, so we do find the mere retriever, so we can force them to have a counter spell. Which they do. I guess maybe that's the question, is can they kill us from 3 cards as much as they can kill us from 4. Now I guess we wish we had this blood fountain as another hit. We've used the Evo Witness. We've got 3 recommissions to hit, 2 retrievers, and some number of ways to draw those effects. Opponent's doing the thing. We're up to 7 poison, so we should be dead in our... I feel like chances are we survive this turn. They need to have two mana proliferates. So an Ancient Grudge probably doesn't do a lot for us. Let's just start blasting. Just easier to make 3 mana this way than not be able to auto yield. So not too worried about representing anything. Let's just confirm that we are dead and get into game 3. Yep. So, would we have had enough time to, if we'd have just kept all our creatures alive and hit them for 8, it was our turn 7, sorry, our turn 8 we would have attacked them to 7. Yeah, so we wouldn't have had time anyway. Oh, sorry, the extra damage wouldn't have mattered anyway. Do I want a Blood Fountain back in, or another Evolution Witness over any of these other cards? So they counter the Evolution Witness this game. Maybe the Blood Fountain over... I'm a bit reluctant to cut one of the Foundries as kind of our way of killing them, going down to only 3 ways to actually get the game over. Doesn't seem too good. It'd be Blood Fountain over like a map, maybe. Maybe Blood Fountain over the Evolution Witness. No, I like Evolution Witness being able to target more things. I think we just run it back. The chance of it being the Mirror Retriever, having everything else on the Mirror Retrievers be what we get caught on, I think is unlikely. And give it a go. Another easy mulligan to first hand. So we have Tron. We have a completely dead. I guess we can recommission back a star. Snapkeep. Put back another star. Hope that recommission turns into something. So I think I'm going to make a green here in case we... So I can make a green here in case we draw or to accelerate its turn earlier to try and draw into a rumble effect. But we don't have any way of making coloured mana in our hand, so actually turning this into, turning us off of white mana could be quite a problem. I think we just have to, hope that we draw the right combination of cards. Yeah, now if we sphere for a red mana and don't draw into either a conduit pylons, another sphere, or a energy refractor, we could be in trouble. So maybe that's too greedy. I guess we can always make this, so this one can become white mana if they don't hold up spell. If they hold up mana, I don't think we're interested in that. Energy refractor would be a great draw. Okay, so the white mana, the coloured mana is now less important to us. Great draw. I'm going to say otherwise, we're about to cast the saddest recommission of all time. So we can cast this because we have the recommission. Just spew things into play. I forgot that this was like, what is it, 2 mana? Yeah, getting Spell Pierce was rough, I'll be honest. I don't know why I thought that they played hard counter. In my head this was just a hard counter. Why would you play Spell Pierce? That's quite embarrassing. So make a green, play a Malevolent Rumble. Don't hit anything too great, so we'll take the star. Star's handy because we've also hit this Eviscerated Insight. Make a white mana. Recommission our Golem Foundry. Guess we're keeping around this Eldrazi Spawn to be our sacrifice fodder for the Insight. And then Power Plant. Make a red, draw a card. Ancient Approach this. Yeah, this energy refractor's done a lot of work for us already. So I think we're just going to leverage the fact this is an instant now. Keep a cash grab. I'm just thinking if they are caught up on so Misc Resolve will go and respond. But if they are caught up on mana, then I don't want to give them a easy target. Sacrifice that spawn, draw 2. We can cash grab now as well. And take a retriever. So, what's the ideal situation? This mills over, this finds a National's Altar, mills over a Mere Retriever. So they're still not giving us a poison counter, which we're thankful for. I feel like this has been a very wet noodle fight match. I enjoy when I think it's because I play a lot of I don't know, let's say inconsistent decks, Or like some of the time, the decks I play will be a bit inconsistent. So we can take nationals over to here. Might as well play it. We can make green mana in case we draw. In case we draw a rumble, we don't draw a rumble. So we can Mere Retriever and draw again, just another single card. So we have, so we have the infinite golem loop. Opponent will have one turn to kill us, and at this point we don't have any poison counters, so I'm quite hopeful. We get to do some clicking. I guess we only have 5 minutes on the clock. I hadn't actually realised it's not gone red yet, so I thought I had plenty of time. But I'm an advocate for making combo players play it out, especially if you're going to game 3, then you're using up quite a lot of time. So we win 2-1. I'll be honest, I wasn't hugely impressed with our deck in this game. We did the thing. Opponent being on a couple of counter spells meant they were able to stop us from assembling the combo in game 2. I still like the idea of these impulses. I'm a bit worried that basically playing impulse is just much worse than playing crop rotation. Like, we were 30 cards in, it was just they were all on the bottom. One of the Tron pieces were all on the bottom of the deck. You don't have that problem with crop rotation. Maybe that is just a much better place to be, and then you don't have to worry about some of the rest of the shell. But nevertheless, we've won our first game. We'll carry on and see how it goes. So we are on the play in round 2. I love getting easy mulligan choices, and we don't like getting just awful hands. We shouldn't play all these awful cards. I'll put back one of these. We've got 2 Tron pieces. We've got a Mere Retriever. Currently nothing for the Mere Retriever to go and sack. So I think I'm going to lead on the Slippery Cast just to get a green source under us. Opponents multi 5. The rest of our opponents can all multi 5 in game 1. That would be fantastic. Let's see whether they are so kind or not. So giving up on the chance of turn 3 Tron, we don't currently have any colourless spells we want to play. This does mean that we've turned on all of our rumble effects. So drawing the energy refractor means I'd love to have had turn 3 Tron. Oh, punished! Well. What do we want to do? We can make a black mana. Just put a blood fountain into play. Don't really just want to play a retriever and have it not do anything. I guess that is more mana efficient. So we can make the blood fountain. Then we can use the blood token. Whether we want to discard the recommission or the mere retriever is slightly foggy. Sorry, the recommission or the Urza's Tower is slightly foggy. I think I'm going to discard the Urza's Tower. We definitely want action, and then this gives us, you know, recommission has more potential to be value action. So we can put the Mirror Retriever in the graveyard, but we don't currently have any artifacts to pay that off. I guess we just sack the blood token. For doing that, we can do that now. We don't need to worry about what we might be representing. And we can play a Golem Foundry. So happy to block just to repurpose or prevent 3 damage if that's what is offered. I mean, we have a target, it's not great, but it's better than no. And they pass back, which I wasn't expecting. Always yield, always yield. Make a black mana. Play a Blood Fountain. I guess we can just put the gatekeeper in the bin. This is just another draw that's cheaper than the Eviscerated Insight. I know. Let's do this properly. So if we play the forest now, we can, play the forest. We can use these two to make a white mana. Oh, that's tough though, because if we don't actually play an artifact, we don't get our golem. I'm looking for a way to recommission and Eviscerated Insight as well. So change of plan. I'll play the land now as well. Change of plans. Play the Energy Refractor to turn on our golem. We can just cash grab away. We find another Mirror Retriever, which is pretty nice. So now we're just looking for National's Altar. And of course, looking not to die. So we do have 2 blockers, they have 2 attackers, or 2, non-1 power attackers, so I think we probably get there. And in small to 5, drawn 5 lands, 5 lands, 2 mana sources. So. Can crap out a golem. Interesting that they left the Adrowos at home. They ram through, kill our golem. There is no excess damage, right? Yeah. So just block here to prevent 3. We can get back our other Mirror Retriever anyway. Let's play a star. Always, I've turned off auto yields, didn't I? Make a black mana to start with. forgot he's in the deck. This is 6 mana to play this, which, to be honest, I think just holds down the fort on his own. And then I guess we gain 5 now over. I know, play this, we make a token. Yeah. By playing this, we get to make a Golem Foundry token. If we had held up the Eviscerated Insight, we'd be able to gain 5 life straight away, but I think prioritising another blocker. So Nyxborn Hydra is probably, I think it's probably their best draw, but I don't think it matters. We make a Golem to block with. They don't have any cards in hand, so we cannot get rammed. We block here, go to 3, gain back up to 5. Okay, sorry, gain 5 back up to 8. Always yes. There's the altar. So sack a Mirror Retriever, get back Mirror Retriever. Always yes, always yield, always yield. Play a Mirror Retriever. Oh, I forgot, we've got this bloody gatekeeper, don't we? I just looked up here and saw that we actually, we're playing this guy for a reason. Sack this, get back this, play this. Always yield here. I think I will be editing out my clicking loops unless any, people want to see all the clicking they can. You can say, and I'll put it back into videos. So the gatekeeper does speed things up a little bit. So it's still 15 minutes. We spent 10 of our 25 minutes in the first game. Opponent spent 1:50, so they are definitely winning the clock race. So against a mono green deck, I'm going to be on Moment's Peace. It seems pretty well positioned. Evolution Witness could be interesting. I figure they're going to be on mostly Cast into the Fire Glamour as their artifact hate. Let's think about it. What do we want to cut? So I'm kind of defaulting towards kind of maybe like trimming some insights, but they seem like they work very well with Moment's Pieces. Blood Fountain I think I want to be on in case they are on some graveyard pieces. If I want exile pieces, the recommissions might not be very good. Maybe we don't need to draw extra cards with the insights. I think we're going to leave out the evolution. I know, because the evolution witness just recommissioning a blocker could be good enough. Maybe it is a Blood Fountain. Basically cut black cards. And maps. Fangren seems great. Let's cut a cash grab. 2 cash grabs. Yeah. I guess maybe we're saying we could be saying the Moment's Peace is good enough as a 2-mana fog, like 2 mana for 2 fogs without needing to get value putting it in the graveyard. I don't love cutting the Eviscerator's Insights, because if they, the rest of our deck is all 1-for-1s. But, I'm kind of trying to do, the thing I'm trying to do is cash grabs. I don't really want to keep the draw 2 effects over them. Cut one of the recommissions. I don't want to have don't want to be recommission flooded if I cut my cash grabs. Maybe that's bad. As you can see, sideboarding is not a well-oiled machine. We're going to keep because we've got 2 of our Tron pieces and we've got some artifacts to try and find the other one. So we're going to get to do the thing of turn 2 cash grab. So the reason we're playing the 8 Chromatic Baubles. Opponent has turn 2 Rumble. We see they are on Glamour. They've got Writhing Chrysalis or 2 lands. And take a mountain, so they're set up for a Chrysalis next turn. We find Tron, let's cash grab. We've found Tron, we don't need more Tron. But, we'll have it anyway. So this is a spot where I really don't want to get my Energy Refractor and get got. So, Power Plant. I figure I can just cast this. And then I will play the Refractor. It can get rammed through, but it takes the initiative. So what, we're a Mere Retriever away. So I don't really want to expose the altar then. This is a weird one. I'm going to just get back a star to draw a card. Add a green. Play a rumble. Look for a mirror retriever. If you don't find it, I'll take a backup Ashnod's Altar though. Opponent takes damage. And you can just play Witness and pass. So we are taking a bunch of damage. I'm not going to block. So it's Kuszlik. Yep. Oh no. Stop. 14, 16. Oh, we're dead. That was impressive. I guess I thought they cut the ram throughs. I don't know why. Well, at least we've got 13 minutes on the clock for the last game. I'm just going to mash a few draws. Oh yeah, we've got Moment's Peace as well. So we would have got there. Next turn? Next turn. Oh well. He got rammed. Let's run it back. We could sort out this recommission nonsense. I'm not happy with the... Too late. Clicked. Mulligan, keep. Turn 3 Tron. We don't need the backup power plant. Took me a while to remember which one it was, or see which one it was that we had duplicates of. Happy to have the Moment's Peace here though. Take a tower. We don't really have anything, any artifacts we just want to jam into play here. So let's play the pylons under that logic. Guess we can graveyard this. You know, although the star's all right for us, but I'd rather just draw something good rather than have to star into it. I will now cycle the sphere for the recommission. Just take more stars. Doesn't make me feel I don't really need to recommission back a star anymore. So let's play a star. Make green again. Play an energy refractor. Interact with that, we do have a recommission in hand. With 2 recommissions, I think I can just get back a star. Pass back. So, quick status update. We have a kill condition. We have an Ashnod's Altar. We're just 2 mirror retrievers short. Again, 2 mirror retrievers could be as little as 1 malevolent rumble. And we have drawn, or we've seen 18 cards. Malevolent rumbles. not too worried about any of these. The fact they're still tapping out makes me feel better. I guess they do have 2 mana for a piece of interaction. So we can just spew this into play. We kind of don't need it if we've got the gatekeeper. And then play a mine. Again, I think all of their artifact hate is going to be in the form of D-Glamour's Cast into Fire's Exile effect, so recommission's probably not doing too much. They just graveyard hate, or they're going after this. Sure, they go after the Foundry, which, as discussed, was, you know, almost run out as a target. Not too worried about taking I was going to say, I'm not too worried about taking lethal this turn. If we need to, we can sack this to fog. So I'm just going to. So I just made a green mana in case we found another rumble effect. I guess I'm worried now. I don't want to auto yield and get myself killed by a stupid ram through. I think with 11 minutes there should be enough time. Getting ram through on a spawn would be an embarrassing way to go. Obviously I can sack it in response, just not if I'm auto yielded. So they invest mana making this big. We can go down to 7. I'm happy with that. I guess 5 is the break point where the initiative can kill us. So we don't have a lot going on, but we won't die for the next 4 turns. That's the trade-off. Sure. I'll top this. So the fact that they gammed there implies they have another piece of artifact hate. We'll make the attack. 3 and a green. For a moment piece. So if we play this and it just gets exiled, what happens as we play the Ashnod's Altar? I think we want to hold. I should have put this. Should I put this in the graveyard? I think we want to hold because if we draw a second Ashnod's Altar, we can almost control what they go after. Okay, so tap out this turn. So we are a mere retrieval away from winning. Do we? do we just draw? So if they've got a piece of, yeah, I'm gonna play out my stuff. We're gonna see an extra card. If that is a Mirror Retriever or a way to get a Mirror Retriever, we will win. If not, we are hanging out our altar, but again, if they have a load of instant speed effects, it is a Mirror Retriever. So red mana, play this, play this. Yeah. So the downside to this was that we were hanging out the Ashen's Altar if they did have a piece of artifact hate, but because they can, they've got so much mana, it's not like we're going to get to a point where they don't have their artifact hate. Do some clicking. Do not click on the molten gatekeeper. That would be a sad time. As is, we will be 2-0. Two, 4-2, the way we like to do it. Opponent moves to 1, moves to 5 in game 1 both times, and we still only just scratch them. We lose the most possible games, but we are back. Another one-lander. I've got the map, but this is too slow. Opponents move to 6. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Ah, cheater. We'll keep this. I don't want to really put this on the bottom. I might just put this. I guess we can put the star on the bottom. We've already got the forest, so we don't need that effect as much. We can go turn 1. So, guessing Brood Scale. Turn 1 power plant. We've got the. We'll have turn 3 Tron to just spew out Mirror Retriever, Ashen's Altar, turn 4 play a forest for a Malevolent Rumble, and hope that we get some coloured sources. So this is just a race. We do have the standard bearers for the sideboard. Obviously they're going to have some artifact hate. Probably would rather be in their shoes, but I don't know if you guys saw whether I accidentally did try and yield to our next turn and just forget to crack the map. Hopefully not. Ugh. Ugh, no. This is our hand. Stay out. Interesting to see what they take. You know, make an argument for all 3. A lot of decks, I think the stop list play like 2 of this, so just exiling 1, yeah. Buddy. Oh, well. We can rebuild him. Get an Earth's Mine. No point playing Tron if there's no payoff. So we can Surveil. I guess I should have. Oh no, we need this for the green source. That's fine. graveyard this because we're going to rumble anyway. None of these are very good. Let's take a draw card. So I'm going to keep this in my hand. If you duress me again, I'm going to be very angry. Yeah, maybe an argument could be made for the Blood Fountain because I'll come round to I should have taken Blood Fountain because at minimum, we've got cards we can discard. So at minimum it draws a card the same as the Chromatic Star, the upside tire. Yeah, you're right. Colour me wrong, I made a mistake. Brood Scale. So play the mine, play the star, make a green, card, play the rumble, take an energy refractor. Always happy to see an energy refractor. Draw into a eviscerated insight. That's not one of them. So we're passing the turn back. Again, slightly awkward. I was going to say we don't really want to you in case they kill one of these and have Glee, but obviously they've got enough mana to adapt. They adapt. I didn't set up my auto yields very well. That's going to suck. So they have the Glee, but we have 2 blockers. Let's auto yield these. So obviously they could have a Nightblade or something, which we will scoop to, but won't scoop to an infinite power creature. We could still, what's the best outcome? Well, it starts with drawing Eviscerated Insight to sack whatever we block with next turn. And gets another spawn token. Infinite mana and Eviscerated Insight. This is 3 cards already. I will make green mana. Play a Golem Foundry. Play another Urza's Tower. So again, all good things start with a Eviscerated Insight on our end. Everything that starts with Eviscerated Insight on their end is bad things. We don't like those things. And they have the Nightblade. So I want my Standard Bearers. I don't think I really want anything else. I mean, if they're on duress, then Evolution Witness is good. Guess. Vangren isn't the place for you. Obviously, it wouldn't have mattered in this game if we'd have taken the Blood Fountain anyway. I kind of don't want Golem Foundry. Is that bad? We just try and kill. I guess we need to try and kill them quickly still. So I don't really want to cut win condition, but don't want to cut recommission because we're on that. Standard Bearer. Standard Bearer, the same for the Blood Fountain. maybe we say we're adding a load of more coloured spells, we cut the maps, but the maps do find us a conduit pylons. Can't see anything else it might be. Could be the Golem Foundry, and we'll just rely on we'll just be relying on finding a gatekeeper with the idea that making infinite creatures next turn could not be enough. We'll give this a go. Hopefully they sideboard out all of their removal and we can cheese them with a standard bearer. I don't ask for much. So, mulligan. Cheese them with a standard bearer, I say. We have a sideboard card. We can draw an extra card on turn 2. Basically, we're going to colour screw ourselves and end up with a 2 Tron lands and a standard bearer we can't cast. I'm going to keep. I don't want to move to 5. They have moved to 6. But... And then I think I put back a cash grab as the worst one over the Mere Retriever. The Mere Retriever can always get back one of these two if we find a way. No, the Mere Retriever's got to be better to put back. Just because we can't actually get the Retriever into the graveyard. Opponent moves to 5. Or opponent moves to 4. There on 4, we're on a sketchy 6. So let's draw like a champ. We're never casting anything. I'm assuming they take. I mean, they've got to take the chromatic star, right? Opponent's 4 cards and dressed already. So like, there's just. Oh, this is going to be a long one. They take the Rumble. Okay. I'm happy with them taking the Rumble. I'm just going to play a star. Maybe this is bad because. Oh no! The gas means the standard bearer is already basically dead. I could make a black mana if we draw a land. So I want to try and find a land this turn. If we make a black mana and we draw a land, we could inside this to draw 3. Otherwise, we can cash grab. Cash grab's more likely to find us our next land. Inside just draws 2 cards. It means we got there. Yeah. Sacking this would mean that although we have a shot at take the conduit pylons, although we'd draw more cards, we would run that risk of just colour screwing ourselves, and I would not feel very clever. Probably should have realised they might be on Shambling Gas and standard bearers could just be dead, but took the risk. Feels pretty hard to get away from just pylons and insight. I'm gonna graveyard this. We're gonna draw 3. It's not the Tron. It's not the missing Tron land, so we can draw 3. I guess in response, either in their end step or in response to a piece of hand disruption. And then we can deploy the standard bearer because we've got the witness. But obviously still not a great outcome. So 1, make a black, insight. This is the reason why we sacked the sphere first. So 1, make a green, play an 11th rumble, looking for a power plant, find a power plant, Tron is online, play an energy refractor, hope they don't have their combo. So we've not shuffled yet, so we know that the bottom card of our deck is a Mere Retriever, so there's 3 more in here. So we can play Ashnod's Altar. Play this. Basically leave this, dangle this as a target over the standard bearer. We'll just play the standard bearer out, we've got a recommission. So if we're going to dangle the standard bearer out, we can start with an energy refractor to draw another card. Could be anything, could be another standard bearer. Another Tron land. So this is 2 for this. We have 4 mana up, so we can sack this, make a red, play this. Then play this, cast our standard bearer. So not expecting this to stick around, but if they kill it this turn, we've got, 2 ways of bringing it back. Maybe the second standard bearer will do it. So they do kill the first one. And we are again 2 Mere Retrievers away. So if we lead on our cash grab, we can always, try and win and fall back on disrupting the opponent. Nothing really doing. Do I want the Tron land or a cycle land to just draw a card? I think I just want the cycle land. I think I want the Tron land because we've got a bunch of eviscerated insights already. So let's make white mana, recommission our standard bearer. This becomes a 2/2. It doesn't just die to another Shambling Ghast. Now we can be really awkward and eviscerated insight or energy refract to get the other one killed. Sounds like a plan. we draw two bricks. So we can adapt now and get back a chromatic star. Kind of started on this. This is bad if they draw a piece of graveyard, sorry, a piece of hand disruption. But we can draw 3 now, and if we hit 2 Mere Retrievers, we could, you know, sack the Evolution Witness for starting a combo. It's not guaranteed that it wouldn't have been right to sack the Evolution Witness to play this. We could get back like a chromatic star, and basically we'd have to go all in and sack one of these. So they take our Malevolent Rumble. They know that there's another juicy hit in the hand. Yeah, so I think well, by the time I made the black mana, I couldn't go back. I think that might be wrong. Maybe I could have gone back. I didn't want to go back. No targets for this yet, but there could be. So I'm going to attack with everybody. I don't think there's any... They're going to have any ways to pump this at instant speed. Let's discard our planes, draw a card. Play an energy refractor. Can play a Mere Retriever. Sack this, get back just a chromatic star. Gonna make a black for the Blood Fountain. So we have assembled our combo. Be nice if the opponent doesn't make us play it out. We scooped in game 1, yeah. So maybe the slightly wider sideboard options with the standard bearer was good. I mean, obviously recommissioning it. If they did have another Shambling Gas, that wouldn't work. They needed 2 and ways to sack them. It's quite a lot for them to put together. So sideboard. I think I'm happy. I think we'll just be running it back. Obviously, caveat on that game, we got there on a sketchy move to 6. We drew our second hand on turn 3. We didn't, you know, crack a bauble on turn 2 to try and find it. And then opponent, oh, this is ugly. Opponent's move to 6. I think we have to mulligan. Hand just has a high chance of doing nothing. We've got 8 baubles. And folds to address, but opponent's moved to 5. Wow. I'm gonna call this Tron Karma. I think we had a lot of I think we didn't lose a die roll when we were playing Green White Tron before, and now opponents have moved to 5 in like all the game 1s. This time the opponent did move to 5 in game 1, but they paid it off by mulling to 4 in game 2 and 3. We can play the Chromatic Star to protect it from any dresses or other hate. And we get a turn 2 Rumble. Going to prioritize Rumble over the just dropping the Standard Bearer. We can take an Energy Refractor, get our mana fixed. I can't believe I can't believe how much the opponent's been mulliganing. Oh, well, we could have it. 2 for the... so our shields are down for this turn. Unless we spike a mine, then the shields are up. It's not a mine, but it's a blocker. Do you want to play the Slippery Cast for a green source, or another Tron land? I think getting a green source in play is better. It's not guaranteed. I guess we've got the refractor, so it's half a green source. So, didn't want to see that Shambling Gas too much. There's a nice play that we can make where we can basically Blood Fountain this and recommission it rather than cast it, so that it's a 2/2 and doesn't die to the Ghast. If we're doing that, then I don't just want to put it in the graveyard this turn. No, but it does protect. No. So there is a choice here. If we play it and they just dispute, that's bad. If we leave it in hand and they have some hand disruption, they can go after this. So I don't really want to discard it straight away. I guess the blood token doesn't save us much mana doing that straight away, so I'm just going to play this as a mana efficient spell. Gives us another blocker so they can't kill this, Glee this. We always have a backup blocker. Again, we are playing very well at poker, less well at assembling Tron. Opponent has undone their multi-4. And just quick check in where we are. We are an Ashnod's Altar and Ashnod's Altar, a Mirror Retriever and a Payoff away. So not far. So we can blood token away this, I think is still the plan. So we draw the Ashnod's Altar. And then I'm just going to play this because we've got the insight now, so I don't want to sack this one for mana, and having a green source could be better. No, that's bad, isn't it? If we'd have played the power plant, we could have cast the Eviscerator's Insight, instant speed. This is much green source as long as we have the energy refractor. Could have cycled it. Not very smart. If opponent's adapting, I'll probably block if I can just to get a cycler. No, I don't need to block. I'm not worried. Like, they're never going to kill us from brood scale damage. So we do find Tron now. So we can insight, sack the Mirror Retriever, get back a Chromatic Star. Play a cash grab. We can take the Golem Foundry. Play Golem Foundry. Play Chromatic Star. Just going to run out the Evolution Witness and then hold up Adapt. So the Evolution Witness can get back. I guess it's probably going to be a Mirror Retriever. I think I probably rushed through that, like there must have been something better I can do. This kind of ends up not really doing anything. It seems like 5 mana is a lot. 5 mana, oh no. So have a Glee, don't have a Broodskate, don't have a Nightblade. 2 insights in the graveyard. They're drawing a lot of cards to find this Nightblade. They draw 3. Relatively happy to see them carry on sacrificing, because it implies they don't have the blade yet. Now I think they've played a land. No, they've not played a land for the turn, so they've got 2 more black sources to try and find a kill. We can't respond to this right now. That looks like it's going to do it. They have a way to sacrifice this, which they have the insight in the graveyard. So I don't think we'd have been able to deploy everything that turn and win that turn very easily. I still think there's probably better sequencing to achieve something. I'm not quite sure what it would be, but if we'd have been able to put a Golem Foundry token into play, that could have been the extra block we could have used. The insights. Yeah, is what it is. On to round 4. So yeah, on the play in round 4, doesn't look like a Tron hand at all, but I think I'm going to keep. There's a risk that it's just too slow against basically anything. Love to see a Radiant Fountain. I just make the assumption anyone playing a Radiant Fountain, they're a gentleman. They're not up to be trying to kill people on it's TurboFog. It's TurboFog. Yeah, Radiant Fountain guys, they're not trying to get you dead. Medium 11 Rumble. Got a choice of Tron lands. I'll take the tower just by default. It's the best one to have multiples of. So we'll have Tron on turn 4. We don't actually have very many greens. We don't actually have any green sources. Like our colour mana is a Planeswalker recommission, so we can get back a star. That's fine, that's fine. So we can play Ashnod's Ult to get back a star, cast one of the cash grabs. We're cooking with gas. So we want a power plant. It confused me for a minute because we'd moved one over. So I was wondering where the fourth one was. Play Ashnod's Ult to counter it. Go on. No such luck. Recommission back the star. Yeah, I know, it's not exactly the best, is it? But yeah, I had to spend that. Add a green mana. Play a cash grab. So we're looking for 2 Mere Retrievers. Golem Foundry is not doing a lot for us. Take a Mere Retriever. Do we want to cycle this cast? No, I think we'll keep it just so we have a reusable green source. Keep the Eldrazi Spawn token. No, we don't have to keep the Eldrazi Spawn token. We can sack the Eldrazi Spawn token to the Ashnod's Altar to get back a Mere Retriever. Or to get back to cast a Mere Retriever. That's what I like it. This is just efficient. Double molten gatekeeper will be pinging them in no time. So I kind of want to save the recommission to just be more Mere Retrievers. So I think this is going to be a very sad looking turn of player slippery cast. We can attack for 1. Let them know. Probably not worth the clicks. Do need to pay, actually, I'm sorry, on 42. We're going to need to play quite quickly, otherwise we're just never winning in time. Play the cast, pass the turn. The other thing to watch out for is Growth Spiral in a Graveyard Hate. I'll take a star so we can cash grab and just try and go quick. It was tempting to take the Blood Fountain so that we can protect ourselves a bit against Graveyard Hate, but I might just take a map to get a... We don't have an Energy Refractor yet, so taking this lets us get a Conduit Pylons. Otherwise we can't cast the Gatekeeper, or for that matter, bring it back from the graveyard. Surveil 1. So if we put this into the graveyard and they don't have Graveyard Hate, we can kill them, but it's a lot of clicks. So I'm going to put this on top. Expect they can't really interact, you know. They've got their 5 cards, infinite mana. If they have a counterspell, they can do that. We've got the recommission for next turn, so genuinely I think the way to increase our chance of winning the match. I know we're still caught on red mana, aren't we, with the Conduit Pylons? I should have. Well, that's a lot of life. Yeah, because we're still caught on red mana with the Conduit Pylons. That's a shame. We're just signing ourselves up for 65 clicks. $65 clicks, and if they play a Weather the Storm halfway through, I think I'm going to cry. I say halfway through. We need to loop this 65 times. 65 times 3. 195? I don't think I'll make it to 195 clicks. I've used 2 Weather the Storms. They're never going to have more. If they counter this, we need to crash grab into a star or something. So cash grab into a chromatic star. Play the star. Make mana. Actually, better to recommission it. No, I need that. No, better to cast this because I want the recommission in case they counter our Mirror Retriever. Always yield here. Sack this, get back a chromatic star. And I'll see you in... Oh, yes, that's fine. I'll see you in some clicks time. So we are back after winning game 1. It was 65 damage worth of Mirror Retriever loops. But we got there, I think we've got 13 minutes left on the clock. So sideboarding wise, I don't think Golden Foundry is any good. Obviously, they are a TurboFog deck. We're not going to be getting in for much damage with our Golden Foundry. Don't think Fangrum Marauder is doing anything for us. Infinite Life doesn't help. Stream of Thought seems fine. I might bring in some Scattershot Archers in case they are on a Murmuring Mystic plan. Maybe one to hang out just as a hedge, cut an expedition map. Doesn't seem too offensive, so I guess basically how this is going to go for game 2 and game 3, if we did get there, is if they hold up a Weather the Storm when we start clicking, it's going to be a long one. So we'll have to try and play very, very quickly. I guess if we make them Weather the Storm early on, they won't gain. So if we combo early on and they have to Weather the Storm early, they won't be able to gain quite as much life. And maybe that is our in. I'm going to cut the other Golem Foundry and keep this map in. I think we just have to sign off on this doing anything. The only advantage of having them is that they mean if we do our clicking loop and we put counters on this, we might have to do less clicks. But like, is that better than having Tron earlier? Is it a third as many? Yeah, third as many loops. That doesn't seem very good. Stream of Thought could be good. I don't know how, but so opponent chooses to play. We will auto yield, and I'm going to keep. We've got a Skyland, so we draw. We've got a Skyland, and we've got if we draw a second land. So we do draw a second land, kind of. So we have 30 minutes, so 12:50 left on the clock. Pylons and Malevolent Rumble here. I have to spell first, which is a shame. I'm going to graveyard this. We've got a million spheres. This is like a pretty bad hit off of the. We've already got an altar. I like drawing an Energy Refractor. Taking it off of an impulse is pretty sad state of affairs. So we can play Ashan's Altar this turn, which could be good. does mean that 2 would be in the graveyard. Susceptible to graveyard hate. But it's kind of one of these situations, or I'm kind of thinking the situation is, if they then do have a piece of graveyard hate, we just concede. We only spent, you know, a minute on this game. If they're exploring or foretelling, then we get to resolve our altar. Okay, yeah, fine. We've got time to send them a message. Did potentially miss a chance to use the Ashnod's altar for something, but I was cycling this in case you drew a land and wanted to eviscerate it inside, but now I think I'd rather just try and find our land drop, make sure we hit that. So we are a kind of we're one of our 2 gatekeepers away. You know, Tron land would be helpful as well. So that's a gatekeeper. We can rumble first because we can sack the spawn. So we're doing this on turn 5. They counter this, that's very awkward. They counter this and have graveyard hate. They wouldn't do that. I guess the worst case is they have a counterspell and a weather the storm. Sure. They had a counterspell and a weather the storm, so they just let us, you know, do 20 points of damage to them, then counter it. Sorry, then weather the storm. Yeah. That's not good. So we are down to 1 Mere Retriever in the deck. The good news is we only have to find them. So that's all right. Cash grab. We do see a lot of cards this turn. I'll take a tower just for the extra mana. I can recommission back the Blood Fountain to give us a blood token, give us 2 permanents to sacrifice. So sack the blood token itself. And take the opportunity to resolve another gatekeeper, or try and resolve another gatekeeper. Because it's hard for them to commit to countering that when we've got the Blood Fountain in play. Behold. We are beheld. So having both of these means that they're much less able to make us do a billion clicks. But again, we're at risk of another liquefy, right? Stops us. They've exiled 2 retrievers already. Exiling the 3rd one I guess we could still do a lot, you know, we could do some looping with Blood Fountains, but ugh. That's going to be tricky, and only half of them deal damage, so we're back into twice as many clicks. So they pick up a Bajuka Bog. So if they have a growth spiral, you need the Blood Fountain around. Play a Chromatic Star. Add a black mana. Draw 3. Do damage this. Nay. Shock you. So 29, 28. I'm going to need to be able to use the Blood Fountain, so I don't want to try and start comboing when I've got no mana in play. I guess they get the insight. I am surprised that they interacted there. Sets up a lot of auto yields. I've only just realised we're at 19 cards, so we don't have anything really to shuffle back into our deck, but so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 14, 17, 19 mana. Plus 6. So we have all of our Mere Retrievers now. I can cast one, and I've got Blood Fountain up, so they have the Liquefy. So that's tough. So I think I'm now on to Plan B, which is a huge stream of thought. We're dead to a stream of thought from them. Right, they can play it and replicate it. That's only 5 mana with only 8 cards in our graveyard, in our library. So in our next turn, I'm gonna. So sorry, we can do the math. So 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. That's not the game anymore now. Or is it? Yeah, it's still the game. I take it back. So 3, 6, 9, 15, 17, 19. Well, problem is if they have a stream of thought in their hand, I don't think this works. So I'm just going to click, so 19, so we can do 4 replicates and we've got 2 mana left over. So we're only milling them for 16. I'm under the... Oh, I didn't have enough blue. One mana left over. I'm under the impression that the last one doesn't go to the graveyard. So we've hit 1 stream of thought, implying they have 2 stream of thoughts. We might get there apart from this stupid fairy macabre that's just going to kill us. That's too funny. So we don't have any way to gain life anymore, do we? If we'd have put... I know this only gets... I was going to say, the evolution witness only gets back permanence. Don't know how we're not dying to this fairy macabre. Do we have any life gain? Don't think so. Giving them targets for this seems bad. So if we draw mill 4 now, they're back ahead of us. Always shield. Yeah, so we're back on just... The only way I think we can actually win is the gatekeeper mirror retriever blood fountain loop. So Mirror Retriever. I missed the damage. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes. Yeah, out of effects. So get back Blood Fountain. So we're going to have to do 38 loops of Blood Fountain Mirror Retrieval in our 5 minutes before we die to their flying army. We do have the recommissioners back up for one piece of protection. Oh no! I think we're just dead. We can evolution witness and evolution witness, right? That's gonna work. Out of red mana. Let's unearth this. Out of red mana. Play this. Three and a green. Evolution witness. You got another counter spell? You're just thinking, oh boy, I can't wait to see this 19 more times. Did I have a counter? I think we might get there. Let's adapt this, get back this, sack it, sack this one, play this. You know, it's a long way from infinite, but we've got a lot of mana. Maybe I shouldn't have done this turn, I needed to do this next. Add a green. Adapt this. Get back this. Relate shield. Sack one with counters. Make a green. Adapt this. Playing this for an extra shock. As in 2 damage, not that the opponent's surprised. Liquefies there. A wild one. Wild piece of paper. But it's one of those matches the opponent came prepared. Maybe not for quite this level of nonsense, but for some level of nonsense. I wish I had had those golem foundries. My opponent was very prepared. So we've got 3 minutes left. I'm just going to jam these back in, and maybe they're not on as many fogs. Just have a quick jam in some monsters, keep the scatter archers. Cut. I mean, maybe it's the mirror trigger, that's just very slow to click. Blood fountain. And 2 cash grabs. So I think the plan is basically mulligan to Golem Foundry, hope we resolve it, and can just mash in some creatures. We've got like 2 minutes. It's not gonna work, but it's not gonna take too long. Yeah, I don't think I saw any fogs in there in that game. Maybe I probably saw some that got milled, but I wasn't paying attention to that. Milled when I stream and filtered them. The old streamer thought nearly got there. It wasn't for if you hadn't sat the scatter shot, they played very macabre. We've got 3 minutes, got loads of time. Mash keep. It wasn't the hand I was describing where we were going to move to Golem Foundry, but or wasn't it? So I think we might be stuck just getting them out. Hopefully we draw any land. Lead on Rumble. Actually, lead on. lead on Rumble still. The Impulsor don't find their land. I'll just take a Tron land. Play another Foundry. Pass back to them. Could have taken, probably should have taken a conduit pylons, but mine. Ashen's altar. So we're going to make 3 golems in their end step. You can just start by attacking. Make a white mana for the recommission. Play Ashen's altar. Play Mirror Retriever. They're going down to 1. This resolves. It's a shame if it wasn't Liquefy, we'd have been able to recommission the altar back. Hilarious that I said about mulligan to Golem Foundry. Proceeded to not mulligan to Golem Foundry, and then just drew 2 anyway and got the plan. I need to stop recording these because people are just going to think I'm the luckiest. Luckiest locksack, but so again, wish I'd actually mulliganed to go and Foundry and it paid off. Then I'd have, been able to feel clever. But it did feel nice to have opponent, try and slow roll us, and then, or slow play us, and we did actually get there through legitimate means. Spotting that they seem to not be on many fogs anymore, and they kind of over sideboarded to stop the combo plan, and got by Foundries. Go golems. So we are on the play in round 5. Mulligan. We've got to keep. This is one of these hands with the rumble payoff. So keep. Do you want to put like an insight or a gatekeeper? I think it's probably the gatekeeper. And then do we want to lead on the pylons tower? I think I'll lead on the pylons. Give up a bit of the chance of turn 3 Tron, but I'm going to graveyard this. Graveyard this. So assume we play this. So we're playing start this turn. If we found another, I'll keep this. Yeah. If we manage to next turn rumble into the second Tron piece, the map finds us the third. It might be too slow, but so we can do this kind of trick where we, I guess it's not a trick, make a green first, play our Tron piece, 11 rumble, so our tower will be getting a mine, and we mill over a gatekeeper, which is a nice enough place to be. So yeah, we will assemble Tron on turn 4. We have to discard. I feel like it's probably the insight, or maybe just a cash grab. So map, power plant and crack. Get ourselves a mine. So we are back into desperately wanting to find an energy refractor. He's still kind of on the lookout whether they are a madnessy deck or just, you know, normal Grixis Affinity. I've got to assume this is normal Grixis Affinity, unless they've got my memo about just playing all the draw 2s in Rakdos Burn. Rumble. Not the best rumble I've ever seen. Oh boy. He big. So we do find our energy refractor. Oh boy, they're coming. What? Your wildfire? That's so rude. Get forest. Oh, stop it. And Wildfire's going to have ways to kill our stupid Fangrum Marauders. I'm just going to play the Fangrum. I'm enjoying this game. So they've milled over milled over one of our gatekeepers. We've still got gatekeeper 2 golem foundries. Punt is just JundWildfire. That's a really good deck. I think I was saying in my previous video, like, there's decks where you feel like you have to work for every win, And then there's decks where, like JundWildfire, where you just, well, your cards are pretty good, and sometimes you just, kill everything they play. I thought it was always yes, always yes. And yeah, JundWildfire, I think that I got trophies on the first 2 times I played it. I did a few more afterwards and didn't, keep up that insane win rate, but the deck's just very strong. I'm playing stuff out now, whether this is just playing into Crack, Toxin, and a mistake. Probably. I'll discard the Energy Refractor. But if they didn't have a way to kill this on the previous turn, as he took with 2 of them, we can gain an awful lot of life very quickly. So I think I'm just going to recommission this back now. Just cycle this into a cycle recommission. A refine Tron. So we can alter, we can mirror retriever. And I don't think I want to attack. I think I'm still. They've cracked one of the spell bombs. I think most lists play 2 spell bombs. So if they're down to 1 piece of graveyard hate, then the retrievers have a. Sorry, they're down 1 piece of graveyard hate, and we've got most of our combo set still around. So lots of live draws. Fun if they're on another wildfire. No, not yet. Now it's a wildfire, surely. Should we get planes? We're not allowed nice things. I guess we can just play this. Pass back. Yeah, these are holding back the Writhing Chrysalis so far, unless they have another to put another counter on it. Otherwise, the Mirror Tree would have to get involved. So this looks like a Chrysalis, but again, with the amount of life we're gaining off of their treasures, or if we start running together some baubles, or a way that we can cycle the Mirror Retriever, would be fantastic. I guess that's interesting. They decide they can't actually attack in case we start attacking back. So with their Chrysalis. So we start playing some baubles. Each one gains 10 life. So we get Golden Foundry now. And then we can recommission back the Mirror Retriever. Just figuring it's better for this to be in play. Cool. I'm kind of taking this as a show of strength for the post-war games. I think this is going to be pretty rough. We don't have too many ways to force through, so they're going to have lots of ways to kill Fangren. We're not going to have too many ways to, no ways to disrupt their hand. Not many ways to force them to interact. I do like Evolution Witness. I actually kind of like Scattershot because if so much of their clock is from the stupid birds, don't think we want Moment's Peace. Ancient Grudge can kill a spell bomb. You just force them to crack it. Stream of Thought, if we get into a gain absurd amounts of life gain, we could Stream of Thought them. This seems very sketchy. I'm not completely cold on a Scattershot. Evolution Witness seems great. And then if we cut, a recommission just forcing some graveyard interaction. The spell ones are going to be good against me regardless. Evolution Witness a bit colder against whatever the thing's called. Snuff Out. Actually, I've started this game and I'm too tired to kind of think cohesively. I think I do need Ancient Grudges. And then, what the hell do we pull out? If we brought in like so many coloured spells, cutting any baubles seems very rough. Maybe just some cash grabs. And then maybe we can cut one recommission. Again, if we can bring this back in, but if their graveyard hate is cast into the fire, or sorry, their artifact hate is cast into the fire or something, to glamour, this won't help. So let's give this a go. I'll keep this. It's got most of the parts of the combo. So mine into a map. Not too concerned about putting together Tron. Doing this, I feel like there's a fair to decent chance we want to get a Conduit Pylons just for a green source. I don't want to get my Forest because then a Wildfire is even better. I can discard the Evolution Witness here. I know. Yeah, well, I can. It's not great. I've not got a target to get back yet. We do via the Expedition map now. Or we do in. It's called the Expedition map now. So let's just pass. This hand suddenly shaped up. Suddenly started shaping up very nicely. Hopefully they can kill it. We can dangle them a Nationals Ultra and they want to kill that. Don't yield until end of turn, that was the wrong. Yield until the end step. So I've done all of these games basically back to back, and that's been a lot of clicking. So altar. Play a rumble. I don't think we're able to kill them from here, even if they didn't have anything. We'd certainly put them, certainly a big threat for next turn. I guess they're looking now as to whether they want to interact with this, which again, I think we're stuck just taking the tower. And then we can recommission the witness and get back. I don't really want to get back the backup altar. Do we even want to recommission the witness? Would we rather keep recommission for something else? I think that's a fair argument to make. Yeah, so we could recommission this just to play to the board, but currently we're not under too much pressure. Bye-bye Tron. Oh, no, we keep Tron. We'll keep Tron for now. Yeah, so currently we're not under too much pressure. I expect they're going to interact with us somehow. So let's start with Eviscerated Insight, sack the spawn. They're going to let us have a graveyard still, we're going to use it. So we can sphere make a red, dangle out a gatekeeper, as a target, and then if they kill this we can recommission it and potentially get them to crack the spell bomb. I say potentially, it wouldn't surprise me if they are disciplined and don't. We do have the combo together at the minute. So we get a forest here. What, just got a recommission? And they're not killing this yet, so. Except we're trading the spell bomb for one of our 2 mirror retrievers. We still get to draw. get back a sphere or a map. So we do get them to crack. And now what? Reassemble Tron. We do put another, so we put both of our gatekeepers in the bin now. But I think I'm going to pass here, and we're holding up. We can play the Fangren in our next turn. They have another wildfire. We are out. Sorry, if they have the second wildfire, we're out of basics. So they didn't attack. Don't know what to read into that. They're tapped out. If we find a Mere Retriever, we win. We don't find a Mere Retriever. We do find a pair of Ancient Grudges. This grudge is ancient. Guess we can graveyard this. We can Energy Refractor, and we've still got the shot of drawing a Mere Retriever directly to win. Right, attack for 0. So, yeah, slightly weird situation. They take us back off Tron. We don't want to search. They find that we don't. They see that we don't want to search and start going after our lands. Not very gentlemanly. We play play Golem Foundry. We can add a red. If we find a Mirror Retriever, we win. Or we threaten to. Mirror Retriever's good, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Way too tired. I'll play this as just another land. And then just put an Ashnod's Ultra into play. Or I can sack this, make a Mirror Retriever. Sack the Mirror Retriever. Get back Chromatic Star. And this way we've got another shot at this Mirror Retriever. If we make a white mana, we can recommission. So I kind of want to keep the I don't value the Golem, but I value having the recommission for the Golem Foundry, so I can basically use the Golem to draw 2, sacking an Energy Refractor. Play this as a turn. Maybe I shouldn't have sacked the Golem. Maybe I'm just trying to win fairly, and I've left a lot of valuable things in the graveyard. I think now I might lose this Ashnod's Altar. We've got a recommission. And you have a Chrysalis. So we can make a black mana, see what we draw. So we do draw a Mirror Retriever, so make red. Guess we only need 1. No, they could. Yeah, they're not on Weather the Storm, are they? They're not holding up Weather the Storm. We can play the map so that we've got access to an extra Golem in response to the Mirror Retriever being in play. So we can sack this in response, which basically allows us to play the other one. So, Tron, right? You play bad Tron decks and you're guaranteed to go 4-1. So a quick wrap up, and then I've got to go to bed. I've basically played all these games in this league back to back to back to back, and by the end of it, I think probably be able to tell I was a bit knackered. So I definitely think there's something here. I played the Green-White League. The Green-White Monster-tron was basically my first run at that deck, and I thought it was terrible, but we went 4-1 in it. You know, I think if you played 10 leagues, you wouldn't get that result again. This, we went 4-1. We definitely were at the upper end of how much you can expect opponents to mulligan, but I don't think our deck drew particularly well, and it was quite a rough first draft of deck with numbers everywhere. I still hate the sideboard. I like the Moments piece. That's about the only card that I like the idea of in there. You know, Moments piece with 8 red or 8 mill cards. That's something. And against decks that are trying to just race you with creatures, all sounds good. Changes to the main deck. I would probably look at basically taking this even one step further, cutting the adding crop rotations is a better way of getting Tron, adding maybe another map, cutting the Fangrins and the Eviscerator's Insights and the like as ways to kind of, that we're in there as kind of a hedge, and just go, no, we are just unashamedly going to try and put the combo together as quickly as possible, or put one of the combos together. So yeah, I think I might experiment a bit more with this, but maybe take a break and play mono black again. I really enjoy that deck, and it's a bit, you know, a bit simpler, and I feel a bit more competitive, a bit more safe playing that into a league. No, I think it's a really good deck. I think this is a deck. It's interesting you can build it so differently, but still not there yet. Right, I'll see you in the next video.